Canterbury Trails Farm. Today I'm going to show you how to loom knit acorns, and these are so cute for fall decorations, and they're so easy. First of all, I used a bunch of different yarns because I wanted to get some different effects. So this one is entirely this hazel sienna department 71. What is this content? This is an acrylic polyester. It almost looked like a sweater, like it had already been braided or crocheted, so that was interesting. I got a couple of those in a surprise yarn basket. So this one was all brown from that. The top brown, I don't know what it is. It's just some acrylic brown yarn. I had the label was already missing, so I can't tell you what it was exactly. Brown acrylic yarn. And they're all probably 4. I mean, they all have the same weight to them. The other one I did was I did a mixture of, I had the same brand, that Sienna Department 71, and this one was olive. So I mixed olive. I did all of them double. So I did olive and the hazel together to make this one, so it was sort of two-tone. I went outside to look at, because we actually have acorns in our yard, I wanted to look at the different shades, and there was anywhere from a tan to almost a clay red to green. There's so many different colors, so I thought, well, that'd be cute. So I have a brown, and I have the hazel, and then I have the mixture of what. And then the other one I did was this, it's sort of a bumpy homespun Lion brand. Again, this is really old. I probably got this at a garage sale because it looks older. A Lion brand yarn company. It's 5. This was the bulky. The rest were 4. I'm trying to see what this was called. Oh, here it is. It was called Quartz. And it was I'm trying to see what kind of yarn it is. Just acrylic and polyester. It doesn't have any kind of, you know, it's like a bumpy, knobby kind. I thought maybe it would have a different name for it, but it doesn't. It just quartz was the color. So this had a mixture of tans and whites and creams, and it looks like there's a little pink in there. I just thought it made for a neat juxtaposition against these other colors. So, and it had like all the colors in. So how did I do this? I just used the smallest loom. I think this is a 5 or 6 diameter. It's the smallest one that comes with the standard set. And essentially I just did 3 little hats. And like I said, I did these double because I wanted them thicker so the fiberfill won't show through. And then for the tops of the acorns, I just did an even smaller little hat, and I made little loops on the top. I just threaded my yarn on my needle, went through, and tied a knot in there, and made a little loop to make it look like the little stem. So it's just a tiny little hat is what that is, and then another little hat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some fiberfill, and you're just going to put your little hat on top of the acorn. And then I'm just going to use the same brown yarn that the top of the acorns are made out of. And I'm just going to go around and just loosely sew it in here. Now, I'm not intending for any children or anything to be playing with these. So if you think yours are getting manhandled by, or baby handled, toddler handled, you'll want to make sure you have them affixed pretty securely. But since mine are just going to be sitting on a table, all my children are old enough to know not to touch things. Just going to... and that's it. Now my acorn is done. So it's 2 little hats, 2 little hats make an acorn. And if you wanted to, you could work if you wanted it more pointy or whatever. But I'm probably gonna have mine sitting on a table. I just thought it looked cute with the different colors there. And so that's a really cute fall, especially if you're a teacher. These would look really cute hanging maybe in 3 bunches in your classroom, or these are decorations you could put out and around that aren't going to get broken. I know I was teaching, I often had plastic stuff, but it will probably get thrown around. You can guarantee anything that looks like a ball is going to get treated like a ball. If you have some fake, if you go to like Michael's and get some artificial silk, you know, fabric type leaves. That might be cute hanging with it, a whole display. I mean, really use your imagination. These are so easy to make. I made all 3 of these probably in less than 3 hours, and that's probably getting up to get snacks and stuff while I was. Very simple project, fast, easy, doesn't use much yarn at all because you're just using that tiny little loom and some fiberfill. And you could probably even use, you know, something else to fill it if you needed to, socks or something, emergency. But it makes a really cute little acorn display. If you've already made the pumpkins from the earlier loom knitting a pumpkin video, you could, you know, arrange them. It's also a great decoration to have if you have a toddler and you're trying to decorate your house and you know that they grab everything, get everything. This is something they can't break and they can't hurt themselves on. I know the first Christmas with when my kids were little, my oldest son, I had to totally learn how to redecorate everything, and if I wanted to keep it, I had to make sure it wasn't breakable and was fabric. So these are great ideas for, you know, putting around on your windowsills or whatever, and they're safe and the kid can't break. It was a quick project, and like I said, it's only 2 little hats. Check out my how to loom knit a hat video, and it's so simple. This doesn't, the big acorn part doesn't have a cuff. The little hat has a cuff, the brown part, and you can use any kind of colors you want, and it's a good thing to use up little bits of yarn that you might have laying around. So this has been a quick project, loom knitting acorn.